So Shwan, after such a great victory last weekend, I'm sure the dressing room is buzzing at the moment.
Yeah, obviously I think last 6 results bar Notts County, it's been a good dressing room. I don't think it's ever sort of strayed away from being a bad dressing room really, but obviously the management team have come in and galvanised the lads, got us working hard on the training pitch, and I think obviously it's paying off in results. So long may it continue.
Obviously Nathan Tyson broke a record coming off the bench to score a hat-trick. I'm sure he's been walking around with his chin a bit higher up in the air this week.
Yeah, well, he didn't actually train Tuesday as well, so the lads were getting on him for that, saying he scored a hat-trick, he can take a day off. But no, it was great when he came on. He completely changed the game, and you know, fair play to him really, because he keeps himself in great nick, and you can tell he's just got that natural pace. And I think the quality of the goals, the way he took them, I think was could just tell that he's obviously played at a higher level, and what he brought to the team, and I think we've been crying out for that as well.
Straight after the game in his post-match interview, he was congratulated on his 3 goals, and straight away he said the most important thing is the 3 points. And just how much does that show how focused the lads are at the moment to kind of get over the line?
Yeah, I think that sums Tice up, and that's the way the team's thinking as well. I think he might have felt a bit hard done by not to be starting the game, but that just goes to show his attitude, and he's always been like that in training and everything. He's you know, helped the young lads, given them a bit of advice, and when we got people like that, obviously we've got other experienced heads as well that we're all pulling together to try and salvage the season really. You know, myself included, that we know this season's not been anywhere near good enough, but again, I think obviously the last run of results that we've had, especially at home as well, shows that we're on the right path.
With the 4 goals, obviously it was a clean sheet that came along with the well. It must be pleasing for you and the rest of the defence. I think we only had 1 shot really to save in the whole game. Just how much does that show how well you're working as a defensive unit? Yeah,
well, we worked hard on that, and I think that's 3 clean sheets and 6 now. So I think that's more of the stuff that we need to be doing. We've worked hard as a unit, and obviously I think defending starts from the front. I think the front men are working a lot harder to try and stop the threat, and then that's gradually fed backwards. And you know, I thought all the defenders, the midfielders, the strikers are all putting a shift as well, set pieces as well. So yeah, it's just great. Obviously, wasn't very busy on Saturday, so it's those are the type of the games that I like.
And has that been kind of influence that John Pemberton's brought in, kind of winning the ball higher up the pitch rather than sitting back and allowing pressure to come onto you? Yeah,
I think in this league, having been a part of a winning side, I think that's where you've got to be able to press from the front. I think that's one thing that the management team and the gaffers instilled in us, is that you've got to win the ball from the front. We can't let teams bypass the strikers and then be straight on us. So I think that's what's happened, that we're pressing higher up. It's allowing the rest of the team to get higher up and compete for the ball in the dangerous areas where we can threaten other teams. So yeah, we're just working really, really hard on that at the minute.
Obviously, it was just announced before the game that he was being put in charge until the end of the season. Just how happy are you with that news?
He's come in, and I think he's deserved it. I worked with him briefly last year. I wasn't in the team because I was just coming back from injury, sorry. But I could see the type of football he wants to play, and he's not come in and revolutionised it. He's gradually brought new things in, and the lads are taken to it. And you know, he's brought a lot of the boys out there. Shell, you know, Dent's now, you know, he's working ever so hard for the team up top, and got a new lease of confidence. And you know, you can see that coming out in all the players across the pitch. So I'm delighted that he's got it, and I think the club needs a bit of stability as well. So you know, just got to keep the run of results going and see what happens at the end of the season.
And what is he like as a trainer? Because from what I've seen, he seems pretty hands-on on the training field. Yeah,
I think that's one of the things as a player, that you want to know that you're cared for, you want to know that you're wanted, and you want to know that the manager cares, and he does that. He's always trying to get every last inch out of somebody, and you know, we do a lot of meetings, we do a lot of analysis, but it's short and sharp, and I don't think there's any sort of grey areas about what he wants from us. So I think that's important. So, but training's been been brilliant, and if we're not at it, we'll get told. And equally, he'll praise us when we have trained well. So it's just the standards. Before the standards were high, it's just about maintaining it. It's not about not taking your foot off the pedal, so to speak.
You've been reunited with your goalkeeper coach Dave O'Hare as well, who you had at the end of last season, and just how much praise does he deserve for your kind of upturn and form, your clean sheets recently?
Bookie's a top man. He's a great guy, but works ever so hard as well. He absolutely loves coming in every day to work with the goalkeepers. We give him a bit of banter, but he loves it. And what's more important is he's a Chesterfield fan. He's got the club at heart, and he wants the club to do well. Every time you come off the pitch and you've got a result, you can tell that he's almost changed from coach to fan, and he's delighted. And he's just been, I really enjoyed working with him last year, and he's come back in, and it's like he's never been away. And we've picked up that relationship, but also he looks after the other goalkeepers, because as a goalkeeper only one can play, but the way that he treats the other goalkeepers, he wants the best for them as well, and I can't speak highly enough of him. I think he's been brilliant.
Obviously started the season battling out the number one spot with Luke Coddington. Now Ross Fitzsimmons has come in. Just what have you made of him since he's come into the club? Yeah,
Ross has been brilliant. He's still young, relatively young for a goalkeeper. I think he's only 25, but he's come in and he's got a maturity about him in terms with the ball at his feet, his shot stopping, and obviously it was a bit weird playing against him at Notts County after seeing him on the Friday, but he's come in and fitted right in, and he, I get on really well. As I said before, I'll make sure that the union's quite tight. I'm the old head in it. I get the mickey taken out of me for how old I am, but yeah, I enjoy working with Ross. I enjoy working with young goalkeepers because I was there once. I know I know how hard it is coming in and working with the senior goalkeepers, and the two young lads have done really well as well, Kurt and Dylan. But again, Bookie's got that group together and working really hard and pushing each other on, and having fun while we're doing it as well.
You say as an experienced player yourself, just how much does it kind of keep you going to have a kind of new influence on those younger players now? Yeah,
for me, obviously because I've got aspirations for what I want to do next, I always look at Bookie's sessions, what he's going to do, and it's a specialist position, so unless you've played it, unless you've experienced it, nobody really knows what it's like, and maybe apart from Will Evans, but it's great to have the young lads about. As a youngster, when I was coming through with senior goalkeepers, I wanted to be up there. I wanted to see what level I was at, and the things that I can prove, and I'm just enjoying every minute of playing. I'm enjoying my role at the minute, and I know I've got a fight on my hands for the shirt, for the long run, but I'm just really enjoying playing at the minute.
You're amongst the kind of group of more experienced players like yourself, Buchanan, Weston, Smudge, and people like that. Does that put extra pressure on yourselves to kind of be the leaders out on the field to kind of push those players through?
I think the gaffers, Pembo's, actually brought that out in us as well. I think that we've taken responsibility to be those players, and obviously got Tice in the equation as well. So the likes of Bukes, the likes of Smudge, we've all been there. We've all had that experience of winning and losing and setting the stands. We've got Robbie as well, Robbie Weir, who's been in and out of the team, but every time he comes on, does a job. We've got Sam Wedgbury, all these lads. As I said, the dressing room's a great place to be, and that experience can only help. So we try and chip in here and there whenever we can, whenever we're allowed to.
I've just got Harrogate here on Tuesday night, and it was a disappointing result when we went to their place earlier on in the season. I'm sure the players are looking to put things right on Tuesday. Yeah,
Harrogate aren't up there for no reason. They've been very impressive. They've been very consistent, and I think they won quite comfortably at their place. So nobody ever likes losing. So we know it's going to be a tough game, but I think with the preparation that we've done the last 6 games, I think already it's going to be a good game. We give them the respect that they deserve, but again, we've got to go out there looking to get a result.
I think the club are only 3 points off 16th place in the table. does that give the lads extra motivation in terms of you're not only trying to get out of a relegation battle out of the bottom four, but you could also push up further up the table?
Yeah, I think we're just trying to take one thing at a time. I think for us, getting out of any immediate danger, and then seeing where we go from there. I think, the last 2 seasons haven't been good enough for a club of this size. There's no getting away from that, and I think at the minute we're in a sort of mini league that we've got to be top of. We've got to try and get as high up as possible. So one thing at a time, and then obviously it'll be reassessed at the end of the season.
I think early on in the season the form at home wasn't great, but we're unbeaten here since December, now mid-December. Just how important is it to kind of make this place a fortress and a hard place to come? Yeah,
home form is vital in any league that you're playing in, and if you're going to have a successful season, you've got to be good at home. This place when people come, it's an amazing place to come and play. I enjoy it every time I come out there. I love playing out here, and instead of making it enjoyable for other teams to come out and play, we've got to make it a nightmare, really. So for us, it's about continuing that run of form, and then punishing teams when we've got that opportunity, and staying on the front foot.
And John Pemberton said plenty of times in his post-match and pre-match, saying about how much the fans have paid, done their bit and pushed you. That must be great to have their backing as well now, because they've really got behind the lads in the last few games. Yeah,
I mean, I think there's never been a time where they haven't been behind us, because I think what they've had to go through, I think I sympathise massively. It's been nowhere near good enough. The first half of the season was nowhere near good enough, and that they've stuck with us. And it was great on Saturday, 4 goals. I think that they can go away thinking that they've watched a good game, they've watched a good Chesterfield team get a good result, and we've got to keep that coming, because it's a massive footballing fan base, and I wanted to come here and be successful, but again, we've just got to keep getting the fans back, keep keeping them on side, and then seeing where we're going.